Jason Statham is a British actor who became a star in multiple Guy Ritchie films and Hollywood action movies, but before that, he was building a sports career, was a street hooligan, and a model. We will tell you all about the twists and turns in Statham's life in this video. Jason was born on July 26, 1967, in the English town of Shirebrook. He was the second child in the family. He also has an older brother, Lee. His mother, Eileen, was a dressmaker and later became a dancer, and his father, Barry, worked odd jobs. He worked as a painter, miner, singer, and street vendor. Soon the Stathams moved to the seaside town of Great Yarmouth, in the east of the country, where Jason started school. Barry, who used to do gymnastics and boxing, inspired love for these sports in his sons. But at 8, Jason became interested in soccer and joined the school team, where he became a forward for 5 years. Vinnie Jones, who became a professional soccer player and later an actor, played with him on the same pitch. Living in a provincial town, the boy entertained himself by arranging theatrical productions for passers-by. He later said that it was extremely hard to attract people in a hurry, even harder than filming a movie. The Statham family was creative. With his father and brother, he played in a band. Barry was the lead singer, Lee played the guitar, and Jason was the drummer. The parents often took their children to the cinema. Eileen Statham was a fan of actor and dancer Gene Kelly, so Jason even watched musicals. And looking at Roger Moore as James Bond jumping off a steep mountain slope in the movie The Spy Who Loved Me, Jason dreamed of becoming a stuntman. But at 12, during a family vacation in Miami, he saw a guy diving from a springboard in the pool. That activity fascinated him, and having returned home, Jason, first of all, enrolled in the diving club. At the age of 18, the young man moved to London. The Crystal Palace Sports Center was located there, where the diving team trained daily. You can often find mentions of Statham's participation in the 1988 Olympic Games on the internet, but the actor denies it. When journalists asked if he took 12th place at the Olympics, he replied, "Who told you about it? My mother." In truth, he tried to qualify for the Games 3 times, in 88, 92, and 96, but each time unsuccessfully. Jason's best sporting result is 8th place at the 1990 Commonwealth Games in New Zealand. In his sports life, Statham loved traveling the most. He used international competitions as an opportunity to meet girls from other countries. Jason even managed to visit the Spring Swallows tournament. He still has a photo with the members of the diving team from that trip. Despite the hard work, by 24, Jason realized he would never achieve great success. The athlete's salary was only enough to rent housing, and he had to earn extra money by selling fake jewelry and perfume on the street. The future actor was able to make about $2,300 a day. He could draw passers-by's attention, strike them with his charm, and convince them of the need to buy. But one day, Jason had to fend off robbers and drop the goods when running away. That evening, Jason decided it was time to find a quieter job. He continued to visit the sports complex to see old friends, and by a lucky coincidence, he met representatives of a modeling agency there. The scouts were looking for new faces, and Jason caught their attention. So Statham became a model for clothing catalogs and clothes by Thomas Hilfiger, Levi's, Lee Jeans, and Adidas. Then commercials for the Soccer Nation computer game and Kit Kat chocolate bars were added to his portfolio. Later, Jason began starring in music videos. In one of them, he's dancing in leopard pants, and in another, smeared with silver and gold paint. He's performing acrobatic tricks. He got about $230 to $280 per shooting day for a music video. A modeling career helped Jason get his first movie role. In the late 90s, the head of the Tommy Hilfiger fashion house became the producer of the first feature film by young director Guy Ritchie and recommended Jason for one of the main roles. During the audition, Statham was asked to sell fake jewelry to the director, and he did it brilliantly. Moreover, he refused to take the goods back. And this is exactly what they were looking for in the movie, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. The film was released in 1998 and had a resounding success. For the film, the newly minted actor received $5,700. As the actor said, he would even star in it for free, just to try something new. And if Guy Ritchie got a feel of Jason's skill as a salesman, then the film's producer Matthew Vaughn got a feel for his sense of humor. One day, Matthew arrived on the set in a brand new Porsche, but he was leaving. He heard a terrible claim from it. It turned out that Statham had stuffed the trunk with iron horseshoes. Changes in Jason's life occurred not only in his career but also in his personal life. In 1997, he began dating actress Kelly Brook. The young couple was madly in love and didn't hide their feelings from the public. The relationship lasted 7 years until Brook met her colleague, Billy Zane, and left Statham for him. In 2000, Statham and Ritchie teamed up again for the filming of the movie Snatch. At first, the actor was offered a minor role as an organizer of underground fights, but in the process he became the main off-screen narrator. His payout had amounted to $17,000. By this point, Jason and Guy Ritchie had become friends. The director captivated his friend with martial arts, and they practiced the techniques together in a garage. Meanwhile, the actor's career was skyrocketing, including overseas. At the beginning of the 2000s, the films Turn It Up, Ghosts of Mars, The One, and Mean Machine were released. Statham finally won the title of a Hollywood star after the release of Luc Besson's action movie, The Transporter. His sports background allowed the actor to perform almost all the tricks himself, including car chases, scuba diving, and fight scenes. During one of the scenes, Jason set his hair on fire with a burning fragment that fell on his head, but the payout for the movie was $750,000. In 2003, the film The Italian Job was released, and in preparation for this role, Statham learned to drive from Formula One champion Damon Hill. For this movie, the actor received $450,000. Then Jason starred in the thrillers Collateral and Cellular. In 2005, the audience saw the actor in 4 new films, Guy Ritchie's next work Revolver, as well as Chaos, London, and Transporter 2. Jason said that on the set of the latter, he was risking a lot, and he was lucky that he hadn't been injured. The actor could have employed a stuntman, but he wanted to do everything himself. By the way, Statham believes that stuntmen are a very underappreciated profession in Hollywood and calls for a separate Oscar nomination for them. And on the set of the movie London, Jason met the Australian singer Sophie Monk, whom he soon began dating. They tried not to be too open with their relationship, but it lasted less than a year. A new relationship was not long off, this time with art critic Alex Zolzman. Jason hid his beloved from the press for a while, and as it turned out, not in vain. When they went out together, the girl was met with a wave of negativity from fans of the macho actor. After 4 years, the couple broke up. The media suggested that Alex simply couldn't cope with her boyfriend's popularity, but the ex-lovers didn't comment on it. By the way, at one time, fans followed Statham so aggressively that he hired a double to draw attention away from him. The actor's following works were the fantasy film In the Name of the King, A Dungeon-Sieged Hell, and the action films War and Crank. In the latter, Jason plays an assassin who has to create a tense atmosphere so he doesn't die from a deadly poison. He does terrible things, and the women film critics circle recognize this role as the most offensive male character. The continuation of this story was released in 2009. In early 2008, Statham appeared in the crime thriller The Bank Job, and by the end of the summer, the fantastic action movie Death Race was released. In preparation for this role, the actor visited a high-security prison near Los Angeles, and in 3 months reduced his body fat from 20% to 6%. A little later, the audience saw the 3rd installment of The Transporter, which was filmed in Odessa. However, Jason never visited Odessa. They filmed his stuntman there. Later, the actor came to Kyiv as part of the promo campaign for another film. The year 2010 was marked by the releases of the crime thriller 13 and the action movie The Expendables. Sylvester Stallone invited Jason to this franchise along with other action movie legends. In the same year, Jason attended the Coachella Music Festival, where 2 interesting things happened to him. Firstly, he was arrested for stealing a golf cart. And secondly, he met the model Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. They liked each other at first sight, but were in no hurry to announce their feelings to the public. The paparazzi revealed the secret after almost 6 months, and soon the couple moved in together. Only once did Jason and Rosie briefly break up to give each other a break. But overall, there seems to be only harmony in their relationship. As the model admitted in an interview, she fell in love with her partner's incredible sense of humor and his full support in all her endeavors. For example, when she got her first role in Transformers 3, he sent her special equipment that he'd used during dangerous stunts so that she didn't get bruises. 2011 turned out to be very productive for Statham. He voiced in the cartoon No Mio 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 and Juliet and took part in the films The Mechanic, Blitz, and Killer Elite. In the next few years, the action films Safe, The Expendables 2, Parker, Hummingbird, and Homefront were released. Such productivity would only improve Statham's financial well-being, and in 2013, his fortune was estimated at $30 million. In 2014, the franchise about a super team led by Sylvester Stallone received another sequel. On the set of the third installment of The Expendables, Jason almost died when the brakes on the truck he was driving failed. The car flew off the pier into the sea, and the only thing that helped was that the actor was an experienced swimmer and quickly pulled himself together. Jason managed to get out of the cabin and swim safely to the surface. As Statham noted, the whole team got scared and ran up to pull him out. Only Stallone was zen-like calm, filming everything on his iPhone. In the same year, the actor was added to the International Sports Hall of Fame. In 2015, the action movie Wildcard was released. For this role, Jason ate only spinach and brown rice to stay thin. Then came the action comedy Spy. By the way, this is the only comedy with a script that Statham liked. At the same time, the actor starred in the movie Fast and Furious 7. He could have joined the Fast and Furious franchise in the previous part, but it didn't work out because of his busy schedule. In January 2016, Jason proposed to his beloved, which immediately became known at the Golden Globes. On the red carpet, Rose showed off a luxurious engagement ring with a 5-carat diamond worth $350,000. The couple took their time with marriage, and on June 24, 2017, their son Jack Oscar was born. Rosie said that the wedding was not a priority for her and that it would be great to arrange a celebration when their son grew up. The media shows much more impatience. In 2018, they announced an imminent wedding, but it turned out to be rumors. While Statham's son was growing up, Mechanic Resurrection was released. On the set of that film, the actor had to act in 2 scenes at the same time. He ran from one set to another to shoot a dynamic ending. The premiere of Fate of the Furious also took place. And then the actor appeared in the horror film The Meg. In the summer of 2019, he played in a new film about street racers, Fast and Furious Presents, Hobbs and Shaw. This time, his character, an elite special agent, was one of the main ones, and the payout was an impressive $13 million. This film was also Statham's debut as a co-producer. In 2021, the world once again saw the joint work of Jason Statham and Guy Ritchie in the action movie Wrath of Man. They also worked together on the film Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre, which is due to be released soon. Earlier, it was announced about the continuation of the comedy Spy, but the details are still unknown. The projects The Expendables 4 and Meg 2, The Trench, should be released in 2023, as well as the thriller, The Beekeeper, the shooting of which began in the fall. On February 2nd, 2022, Jason and Rosie became parents for the second time. Their daughter Isabella James was born. The family has several houses at their disposal. Their main 13 million residence is in Beverly Hills. It has 2 floors, 5 bedrooms, and 8 bathrooms. Neutral tones prevail in the interior. Different shades of white and beige, panoramic windows, an abundance of wooden elements in the rooms, and floral arrangements add coziness. The house is fenced with a hedge, and there is a swimming pool and a recreation area in the yard. Another house is located in London, in the Chelsea area. The couple bought it in 2020 for almost $10 million and started repairing it. Neutral colors can be found here along with natural materials, wood, stone, and marble. The 4-story mansion is located in a protected area and has historical significance. So, any changes in the house and the adjacent territory require coordination with local authorities and the star couple wants to plant a hedge and cut down some trees. In 2015, Jason and Rosie bought a 4-bedroom house in the Hollywood Hills worth $2.7 million. The mansion was also decorated to the new owner's taste in a minimalistic Scandinavian style, but in 2020, it went up for sale for less than $7 million. In the same year, Statham sold an oceanfront mansion in Malibu for $20 million that he bought in 2009 for $10.6 million. Moreover, the purchase was impulsive. He made it while relaxing with friends, and after a quick deal, the actor began repairing it. Jason said that he chose vintage furniture with similar colors so that the house wouldn't look too pretentious. The shelves are lined with books and black and white photographs taken personally by Statham, as well as by other authors. One can relax on the huge sofa in the living room or on the terrace with sun loungers, and the garage has everything one needs for surfing. Previously, the actor owned several houses in the neighborhood in the Hollywood Hills. Jason bought one in 2011 from Ben Stiller for $7.3 million and sold it in 2015 for $9.2 million. The Spanish-style mansion has 6 bedrooms and the same number of bathrooms, as well as a kitchen, a home theater, and a swimming pool in the yard. Another house with floor-to-ceiling glass walls was put up for sale for almost $3 million when Statham moved in with Rosie. The media also found out about an apartment in downtown Los Angeles, which Jason sold in 2009 for $1.39 million, as well as a house in South London. The actor bought it together with his former lover, Kelly Brook, for just over $1 million, but soon sold it after their separation. Jason Statham is one of the most profitable actors. From 2002 to 2017, his films earned $1.5 billion in ticket sales. His personal fortune is estimated at $90 million. Part of it was from advertising contracts. He was the face of G-Energy engine oil from Gazprom Neft gas stations, American sports car Celine, and LG smartphones. In the ad for the latter, the actor revealed his comedic potential by playing all the characters at once. Statham has appeared multiple times in ads during the Super Bowl, the most expensive and prestigious one in the industry. He starred in commercials by Audi, website creation platform Wix.com, and the telecommunications company Xfinity, in which he fights criminals while trying to watch Downton Abbey. The commercial for Wix, in which Jason Statham and Gal Gadot beat up the villains, has gained 22 million views. The actor spends his fortune on fast cars. In his interviews, he has repeatedly said that he likes German cars the most, especially Audi. Jason bought himself 3 cars of this brand, R8, S8, and RS6. In addition, he also owns Jaguar F-Type SVR, Aston Martin DBS Volante, Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG, Porsche 911 GT2, Lamborghini Murcielago, Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, Jaguar E-Type, McLaren Senna, and McLaren 570S in his garage. Jason is critical of his acting abilities and doesn't try to bite off more than he can chew, focusing on action movies. In this genre, he likes to demonstrate strength, especially since he continues to practice martial arts. He trains early in the morning, plays chess, and enjoys wakeboarding, water skiing, windsurfing, and rock climbing. Statham also didn't give up his hobby, soccer. He plays on an amateur team in Hollywood and supports Nottingham Forest Soccer Club. What Jason Statham movie do you like the most? If you liked the video, leave a like and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything interesting.